Well, Mom, drunk, yeah. But no, Diane is the straw that stirs this drink. And she really pulled this all together. And also Tina and Mickey, who really spent countless hours inviting people and sending invitations and sending emails to everyone to remind them to do their part and to do their share. So I wanted to thank them. They worked tirelessly to pull this all together. This has taken about 10 months. So we first mentioned it to each other on Christmas Eve last year, and then of course 6 months later we started planning it. But for the first couple of months it was just in the early planning stages. It's been well worth it. Reaching 75 is a huge landmark, but so is reaching 70. And we can't miss the opportunity to recognize Uncle Skip tonight.
They told Marilyn this was my party and she was coming down to celebrate my 70th. So I stood at the door when she came in and said, "Welcome."
And also to Doc Tucker, who helped in the ruse by sending out fake invitations and not answering my mother's phone calls. And of course,
I did some fast lying.
You're good lying.
Now go to confession.
in typical Mar fashion, we had a problem with the timing because she had to come early to help set up for Skip's party. So she wanted to come early, so we had to get Stu to somehow drive around in circles through Hamilton and Parkville and to make sure that she wasn't here too early. So, all right, Kate, slide one.
Oh, slide one.
This is the story of Mar. We wanted to, we wanted to kind of, for those of you that don't know Mar so well, and you haven't been around for all 75 years, as most people have not, we were going to go back and give some background. If you were here for the 65th, a lot of it's going to be repetition, but hopefully over the last 10 years you've forgotten some things like I have. And so a lot of this will be new for you, even though you may have seen it again. We are gathered here tonight to celebrate the 75th birthday of Marilyn Chenworth. She holds a special place in all our hearts because of her many talents and caring attitude toward everyone that she touches. We all have some special ways that we think of her. She's a loving, caring, and involved family member. Number 4, she's a devoted wife.
Black hair.
She's a loyal friend. She's a tireless, proud grandma. She's the matriarch of a tremendous extended family. And she's the dedicated mother of mutant twin boys.
Put her arms around you, though.
But to truly appreciate the love, caring, and commitment that she exhibits today, we must go back, way back, to the early years and see the story from its very beginning. She was born of strong West Baltimorean, German, and Irish stock. She was the eldest daughter of George and Helen.
Father back, Dave.
At an early age, Mar showed potential. In the early 50s, fashion designers and talent scouts would scour Alpine Beach in Pasadena, looking for possible runway models for their cutting-edge beachwear collections. She rejected them all, preferring instead to spend her evenings with her sisters, dressing in sexy outfits and big hair, and cruising for guys at Champs and Varsity. At an early age, Mar found that she loved children and decided to dedicate her life to them. She also was determined not to spend her entire life in formstone. In her early 20s, Mar raised a young family, oftentimes alone, and provided for them by working as a switchboard operator and part-time childhood fashion consultant at Montgomery Ward. There were hard times as well: single parenthood, wild row house all-night cookouts, fighting with the inbred neighbors on Cyril Road, trying to get adjusted to new glasses. There was a parade of interested male suitors, ranging from the young, wildly aggressive and handsome, to suburban, middle-aged Casanovas. Buck Abbey, if anyone.
Great guy.
To more stable, mature gentlemen. The constant attention proved confusing for the young Mar. She longed for stability. She longed for consistency. She longed for normalcy. And then she met this man.
You still got that form today, Stu?
I'm impressed.
He assumed the role of a loving husband for her and a responsible father figure for her children. She found herself mysteriously attracted to him and sought reasons why. Was it his commitment to family? His devotion to discipline and tradition that she and her children needed so badly? She was impressed by his vow to not allow the children to jump on the furniture. Was it the suave, confident way that he guided her across the dance floor? Perhaps it was the magnetic quality of his friends and colleagues. Or his quirky yet intriguing physical habits. She concluded that it must have been the creative ways that he held her in such high esteem and showed her the utmost respect while maintaining a great sense of humor. Next. Whatever the attraction, together they were a great team. They built a family that thrived on tradition and commitment. Along the way, they taught their children the principles of the Confucian ethic: hard work, respect for education, loyalty to family, don't walk in front of the television while the game is on, and never miss the 4th of July cookout. Before long, Mar tired of her own June Cleaver-like family life. To create excitement, she began associating with neighbors of questionable background and ill repute. Women who found refuge in perked coffee, endless soap operas, funeral parlor addiction, and hair dye. She experimented with her looks in a twisted cry for help. She scored a pair of human fly glasses from a local dealer. She attended all-night PTA plate signing parties. She participated in scandalous activities such as the Geisler Family Sexy Legs Contest and the Gardenville Rec Center's weekly Swinging Basketball Moms Big Hair Competition. There were some scary moments as well, like Mar's brush with this mugger at Lancaster. This may have been a defining moment, for it was now that she realized the secret of total fulfillment in life. Grandparenthood. For Mar, it was the perfect fit. Children would come to visit, and after short periods of time, we would go home to their own parents. Unless, of course, you were needed to watch them, or they lived across the street, or they preferred your house to their own, or you would agree to attend any special event, or you would agree to spend extended periods of time at their houses, attending recitals, graduations, games, parties, taking them to the movies, or to lunch, or shopping, or for clothes. She seemed to like the idea. More holidays, more presents to buy, more cards to send.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah, good point, Dave.
The best part, though, was the pictures. There were so many people who were eager to pose for you. Mara encouraged her children to give her many grandchildren, and they listened to their mother. No one would dare admit who the favorites might be. It's okay. It takes a while. Because we all know, that her heart is big enough and strong enough for all of them. Can you only imagine this scene as Mom is needing something from the basement and she asks her grandchildren to get it? Kate, Ken, Kel, Al, Zach, Grace, Deb, Jake, Case, Luke, Nate, Mac, Liz, Carl, Sage, Jack, did you get me a can of corn? Mara includes and accepts everyone as family. Friends, neighbors, co-workers, young people, the elderly, perfect strangers. And even pets are given high regard in her eyes. She's even welcomed the occasional large, confused animal into the clan. How many times have you witnessed this scene? Mara surrounded by only a fraction of the people who know and love her. We're showing up whenever and wherever she is needed. She never lets go of a good relationship. This is our Marilyn. Mar, Mom, Miss Mar, Miss Marilyn, like Grandma, Miss Grandma, Gra, Aunt Marilyn. Her life has had a few ups and downs, but she has handled those with grace and strength. She is our friend, our treasure. She continually invents new reasons for us to love her, and she doesn't need to because we haven't given up on the old reasons. Isn't she amazing? Happy birthday, Mom. We love you. This ain't on the program, but we're going to go with it. I think Wendy and her children want to come up and say something to Mom, and then here's Stu, the guy from the pictures.
That was impressive, particularly the things he said about me. I would like to introduce the real stars of Mars World. And it's not you people, unfortunately. And it's not me, unfortunately. As I call your name, would you please come forward? Andrew? Andrew? Zachary? Alex? Nate? Mackenzie? Lulu? Olivia? Kate? Kendall? Kelsey? They're all from the same family. Kim is their mother. Kendall, Kelsey. They got stuff on the cages. Let's see. Who knows this so far?
My children, hello.
Lucas? Where is Lucas?
There he goes.
Okay, now the pain in the neck children.
Grace. Where's Grace?
Grace, sorry, Grace.
Casey, Devin.
Casey,
Closer.
Devin,
Closer.
Jake,
Panorama?
and we have three more that aren't here today. But these are the stars of Mars World. This is my Christmas budget shot to hell right here. Thank you, guys.
I just have one thing to say. Thank you all very much. It's a little late, but I'm enjoying it. I'm sorry, Skip.
Thank you for sharing.
I'm going to share it with you. Yes. Happy birthday. Thank you all. All right.
celebrate your life, a friend, mother, sister, and dedicated wife. But of all the parts you play, your best role by far is that of Gra and Grandma. They see you as the star.
Most can see their grandma on special occasions, but no, not for us. You get us to every party and make sure we don't miss the bus. You read us books and sneak us treats, saying, "Shh, don't tell your mother." You think of us first and remind us to try to get along with each other.
We know sometimes we can throw a fit and not do what we're told, and maybe make a joke or two about you getting old. But each night when we end our day and lay our heads to rest, we think about our grandmom and know that we are blessed.
So we raise our glasses and honor you who say, thanks for all you do. We wouldn't be the kids we are without the love from you.
She made that up too. She improvises.
She did make that up. It wasn't word for word.